Hello, my friend. Welcome to my All Farmers channel, which is for all American farmers. Have you ever wondered where the wheat for your favorite bread, pasta, and cereal comes from? Today, we'll embark on a journey through the vast wheat fields of the United States and Australia, two of the world's leading wheat-producing nations. We'll uncover the secrets behind the production of millions of tons of wheat each year, from the moment the seeds are sown to the golden harvest that nourishes billions of people around the globe. We'll explore the diverse landscapes where wheat thrives, from the fertile plains of the American Midwest to the sun-drenched outback of Australia. We'll learn about the different varieties of wheat, each with its unique characteristics and uses. And we'll witness the incredible technology and hard work that go into cultivating, harvesting, and processing this essential crop. Before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications to receive the next fascinating videos from the world of farming from all farmers. In 2023, American farmers harvested an incredible 49.3 million tons of wheat, making a significant contribution to the global economy and food security. That's a massive number, but do you know the secret behind achieving such a huge yield? It's all thanks to the advanced agricultural technology and modern harvesting systems that American farmers have adopted. Today, we're taking a trip to Kansas, North Dakota, and Montana, America's top wheat-producing states. Join the farmers as we follow the wheat-growing process from planting to harvest. Explore the cutting-edge technologies that make their work more efficient, and get an up-close look at how wheat is harvested and processed into products you probably never knew existed. From the fertile plains of Kansas to the rugged terrains of Montana, the journey of wheat from field to flour is a remarkable tale of innovation, tradition, and hard work. Ready to go? Let's get started! Growing and harvesting wheat involves a combination of modern agricultural practices, each tailored to ensure the highest quality crops are produced. The process begins with the careful selection of seeds, chosen for their resilience, yield potential, and ability to thrive in the specific climate of the region. Once planted, the crops are nurtured throughout the growing season, with attention to factors like irrigation, soil health, and pest control. Farmers use a variety of modern technologies, from GPS-guided tractors to soil sensors, to monitor crop health and maximize efficiency. As the wheat matures, farmers keep a close eye on the plants to ensure they reach the optimal stage for harvest, typically when the kernels are fully developed, and the moisture content is ideal for threshing and milling. When harvest season rolls around, typically between June and August, depending on the region, the fields are bustling with activity. Large-scale farms rely heavily on advanced machinery, such as combine harvesters, to streamline the process. These machines are designed to efficiently cut the wheat and separate the grain from the straw in a single pass. The precision and speed of these harvesters have revolutionized wheat production, making the harvest much more efficient and reducing labor costs. Once harvested, the wheat is sent to processing facilities where it is cleaned, milled, and transformed into various products like flour, cereal, and bread. The entire process is a delicate balance of timing and technology, ensuring that the wheat meets the stringent quality standards required for its diverse uses in the food industry. By the time fall arrives in September or October, farmers are already preparing for the next season. Most American wheat growers plant winter wheat, which is sown before the first frost and grows throughout the colder months. The crop takes around 120 to 150 days to reach maturity, depending on weather conditions and the variety of wheat being cultivated. Winter wheat is known for its hardiness, with its roots surviving the winter to begin growing again in the spring. This cyclical process of planting and harvesting ensures a steady supply of wheat year-round, supporting the diverse industries that rely on it, from baking and brewing to animal feed and biofuel production. With each passing season, farmers in these wheat-producing states continue to innovate, adopting new techniques and technologies to make their operations more sustainable and efficient. Kansas, with its mild winters, warm summers, flat plains, and moderate rainfall, provides the perfect growing conditions for wheat, making it the largest wheat-producing state in the U.S. The wheat growing process begins with selecting high-quality seeds from reputable companies. Farmers ensure the seeds have a high germination rate, good origin, and are treated with chemicals to protect against pests and mold during early growth. Before planting, farmers must prepare the soil. Since soil can become compacted and overrun with weeds, they use tractors with plows to till the land, ensuring it's loose enough for the wheat roots to grow deep. Once the soil is ready, a seed drill is used to plant the wheat seeds in evenly spaced rows across large areas. Wheat requires careful attention during its growth, especially with irrigation and fertilization. Many wheat farms are equipped with automated sprinkler irrigation systems that mimic natural rainfall. Fertilizers containing nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium are commonly used to promote healthy growth. About 2 months into the growing process, wheat heads begin to form at the top of the stems. When the wheat plants turn a straw yellow or brown, it's time for harvest. The wheat is fully mature and ready to be collected. The harvest process is largely handled by machinery. The combine harvester integrates 3 main functions: cutting, threshing, and separating the grain. With each machine costing hundreds of thousands of dollars, it can cover large areas in a short amount of time, saving both time and labor. As the combine harvester moves through the field, the cutter bar at the front slices the wheat close to the ground. The plants are then carried into the machine by a conveyor belt, where a rotating shaft separates the grain from the stalks. The wheat is then cleaned through a screening process, removing impurities before it's sent off to trucks for transport. Once the wheat is harvested, the straw is collected by a baler, which compresses it into rectangular or round bales. These bales are used for various purposes, like livestock feed or composting for fertilizer. After being harvested, the wheat grains are either stored as seeds or sent to mills for processing into flour. Let's take a closer look at the journey of wheat from the field to the table. First, the wheat is cleaned at a flour mill to remove dust, stones, and other impurities. The clean grains are then ground in milling machines to produce flour. During the milling process, the bran is separated from the endosperm, and the flour is sifted to achieve the desired fineness. Next, we head to a bread factory. Here, wheat flour, yeast, water, salt, sugar, and fat are mixed to form dough, which is allowed to rise. After it's risen, the dough is shaped into loaves, baked at temperatures between 250 degrees to 480 degrees, and then cooled. Once cooled, the bread is packaged and sent out for distribution. In croissant factories, the process is similar, with one key difference. The dough is rolled out into thin sheets before being cut and shaped into croissants. After baking, they are packaged and prepared for market. Finally, we visit an instant noodle factory. The flour is mixed with water, salt, and spices to form dough, which is kneaded, rolled into sheets, and cut into uniform noodles. After being steamed, the noodles are fried and cooled before being packaged with seasoning packets for distribution. Now you've seen the entire journey of wheat, from preparation and planting to harvest, processing, and turning into products like bread, croissants, and instant noodles. The entire process requires precision, dedication, and hard work. So, the next time you enjoy a delicious slice of bread or pastry, Remember the effort that went into bringing that wheat to your table. Australia is one of the world's top wheat producers, ranking as the 6th largest globally. More than 50% of the country's land dedicated to crops is used for wheat production, covering 23.5 million hectares. In 2022, Australia produced an average of 2.8 metric tons per hectare, yielding 34 million metric tons and contributing $15 billion to the economy. But how did Australia rise to become a leading exporter of wheat? Wheat was introduced to Australia with the arrival of the first European settlers in 1788. Although early harvests struggled in the harsh environment, over time, Australian farmers adapted, and wheat became an increasingly popular crop. By the 1870s, flour mills began springing up across the country, and efforts to develop hardier wheat varieties made it Australia's most valuable agricultural product, now accounting for nearly 15% of total agricultural output. Despite Australia's hot, dry desert climate, especially in the central and western regions, the country became a major wheat producer. The wheat is grown in the Australian grain belt, which spans across the southern parts of Western Australia, South Australia, Victoria, New South Wales, and Queensland. This region, shaped like a crescent, is where most of the wheat is cultivated. Wheat from the southern and western states is mostly exported, while the wheat from the eastern coast is mainly used for domestic consumption and feedstock. Wheat is a winter crop in Australia, typically sown in the winter and harvested in spring and summer. Many farmers rotate crops between wheat and other crops, like canola or legumes. This crop rotation helps prevent diseases and can enrich the soil with nitrogen, reducing the need for fertilizers. In some cases, farmers even plant wheat consecutively, as long as the varieties differ enough to minimize disease risks. Australian wheat is known for its high quality and versatility, used in products ranging from noodles and bread to cakes, pastries, pasta, and couscous. Research and development funded by organizations like the Department of Primary Industries and Regional Development in Western Australia have contributed significantly to improving wheat varieties and disease management. This research ensures Australian wheat thrives, maintaining its reputation worldwide. Around 65 to 75% of the wheat produced in Australia is exported, primarily to Asia and the Middle East, bringing in $2.6 billion in exports. Western Australia, the largest wheat exporting state, produces a white-grained variety used in products like Japanese udon noodles. The dry climate in this region helps the wheat maintain low moisture content, reducing the risk of weather damage. However, climate change poses significant challenges to Australia's wheat production. Rising global temperatures are a concern because wheat thrives in temperatures around 23 degrees C, 73 degrees F, and the crop is highly dependent on rainfall. Changing weather patterns have caused drier conditions in the Australian wheat belt, reducing yields in some years. When rainfall is sufficient, yields can reach up to 2.5 tons per hectare. But during drier periods, it may drop to just 1.5 tons per hectare. Excessive rainfall has also damaged grain quality and delayed harvests. To cope with these unpredictable conditions, farmers have started adjusting planting times and using more resilient wheat varieties that can flower at the optimal time despite early sowing. Despite the climate challenges, Australia remains a key player in the global wheat market, accounting for over 10% of global wheat exports. Its reliable supply is especially important to countries facing food insecurity. Recent years have seen bumper wheat crops in Australia, with the 2021-2022 season marking the third consecutive record harvest. This positioned Australia as the world's second-largest wheat exporter. Despite the volatility in global grain markets, Australian wheat continues to meet strong international demand, with China and Indonesia being the largest buyers. Looking ahead, wheat demand is expected to rise, although export values are predicted to dip slightly in the coming year. One concern is the depletion of soil nutrients after several years of high production, which will require more fertilizer inputs, potentially affecting profitability. Nevertheless, Australia's wheat industry remains an essential part of the global food supply chain. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel.